Hi, and welcome back to another ceramic live stream. I'm JC, and okay, so where we left off on Friday was on this little coil built. Okay, well, we were making. I think we're thinking of a mug, but now I'm like, this is way too big. So I think we're gonna just say that it's a bowl now. So let me see. This is just like some extra clay, or clay for building it. Let me just kind of, okay, I think we could just do maybe like one more ring on this. Typically bowls aren't very deep. Unless it's kind of like, I don't know, I noticed a lot of ramen bowls are pretty deep. But I don't think it's gonna be like wide enough for that. It's pretty, I don't know, I suppose like you could like really splay out like the sides more. I don't know. I don't want to get into anything too weird. My shop is very small and does not have that kind of following. So I won't make anything, I don't know, too oddly specific. Maybe, I don't know, unless it's like something I'm really into. Okay, so let's just smush some of this on here. Maybe we can do a little bit of trimming on this, I think. I sprayed it down last night with some water to make sure that it wouldn't be like too dry, just because I really didn't do anything with it over the weekend. And it's good to check on your projects like every once in a while to see like how dry they are. I think I'll just split this in half and roll it up. If we're not able to do very much trimming due to the how moist it is, like this clay that we're adding on here, this is this would probably be good for throwing, maybe. So if we can't do any more trimming today, I think we could maybe do a little bit. I don't know. I was kind of thinking, well, we do have that other bowl. I don't know. We have we have so many videos right now of bowl trimming. I don't know if I want to add another one right now. I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe we could start on another picture, because so we were working on a picture for a while, and unfortunately I told you guys this like in another video, but I checked on some of the things that we had coiled, and I was not coiling the base right. I don't know. I mean, I felt like there's a bunch of stuff happening with like compressing the clay, but I guess not. And the picture was one of those coiled projects that we made that sorry, I'm like really distracted. This water smells really bad. Let me fill up my other bucket. Okay, so the The picture that I made, so I made this picture for my mom, and the bottom of it cracked. The bottom of the picture cracked because we didn't do it right. So I don't know. I think I might just like scrap it and we can start over with the picture. That's what I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm just gonna wash my hands. I'm sorry. The water that I had sitting there, it literally smells like eggs. And I'm just like, ew. Okay. So if we can't do too much trimming on this, maybe we can start a new picture. It was even for a Christmas present. My mom requested me to make her a picture. Like, it was a long time ago. And I was like, but I don't have a wheel, so I can't make a picture. And and then we ended up hand building one anyway. So that's where we are right now. So I mean, I would kind of like to have it done for Christmas, maybe. I don't even know. I don't know if we can fit in that much. Like, I don't know how much bisque I have to do. Like, how much would be ready to be bisqued. I mean, we have a good amount that could be glazed, so I guess maybe. So, I don't know. I think we'll just try and make it as soon as we can. And then, I don't know. I bet they have a bunch of stuff that everybody is like last minute trying to make for like Christmas stuff or, you know, holiday stuff. So I don't even know like how long that like wait time would be, you know, for like bringing it in and then when we would get it back. And then we would have to do that twice though. So we would have to get bisqued and then wait, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a week or something. I think one time I actually waited like a little bit over a week even. And then, I don't know, that'd be really cutting it close. So like a week to bisque, but this would even we don't even have one done yet, except for that broken one. I don't know. I could try bisque fix it, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that. I kind of would rather just start one over maybe. So like we would need like maybe a week to make a new one, a week for bisquing, and then a week to glaze fire. Ah man, that's so close. I don't know if we could do that. And I don't even know if it would even take them a week. It could take them longer than a week to get it back to us. Or, I mean, I don't know, maybe less even. Who knows? Who knows how long? But heck, we're really cutting it close. I don't know. I mean, my mom asked for it so long ago. Like, I kind of want to put it in, like, as a Christmas gift, but wouldn't really even be for Christmas, though. So I guess I'm not sure if it really matters. remembers if I brought it for Christmas. Yeah, and then my mom's like, oh, I'd love it if you like made me something for my Christmas present. And I'm like, you can't tell me that now. Like, we barely have any time to do that. Well, I barely have any time to do that. Like, dang, you know? Like, she told me that, like, I don't even know when. Like, I feel like she said that not that long ago. But it's like, we need, like, I don't even know, like a week to make something, a week to bisque, and then another week to glaze fire. Like, this is, you're really cutting it close telling me that, you know, like, unless I just gave her something that I've already made, but, like, I don't know. I have to take a look at what we have. We really just have a bunch of random stuff. Lots of trinket dishes and yeah, just really random stuff. Trinket dishes, small sized plates, a couple small-ish like bowls. I think like ring dishes and stuff. My mom's not very, like, she's not into like jewelry or anything really. So like I have a lot of ring dishes, but like she wouldn't use them for anything. She doesn't wear rings, you know. Wow, this is very it's like sloping off to the side like so much. Okay, I don't know if we can, the walls are like pretty thick. I don't know if we can kind of bring this side up a little bit by squishing it. Maybe. So this is one of the, so we just started, I think we started this one in the last stream. So this one has a good base. We just, instead of coiling the base, like the failed ones that we were doing, I was like coiling the base with, like that. But this one instead, since I saw that wasn't working, we just did a slab roll. I mean, I feel like the coiling is pretty convenient. I mean, I don't know, the slab's fine. Okay, that is like a teensy bit better. Let me just kind of take a good look at this thing. It looks really sad and weird, but this is like, I think this is pretty typical for like things that are coil built. They just look really weird, and generally they look like a child made it, but it's okay. We got a lot to do. So I think this is a good size. See if we can maybe like, I don't know, I think I kind of want the size display out maybe or something. And let me see, I don't know. Okay, maybe that's good. I do want to kind of like add some clay to kind of like connect this area for like where the wall is. And then, I don't know. Stupid dryer. I bet you it's not even done either. That dumb dryer. It will like, it dries and then it's like, okay, we're done. And then you go and check it. All this stuff is really wet. And then you're like, excuse you, no. And and then I'm like, okay, can you like keep drying it? And then it's like, oh, okay. And then what happens from there is I like turn it back on to dry, and then literally in between 5 and 10 minutes, it's like, oh, we're done. And it's like, and I check it, and then it's like, no, you are not done. And that literally goes on for, I don't even know, too long, too many times. Sometimes I just, like, if I don't do anything, it will like run for a few minutes. And I don't even know what it's doing. I don't even know if it's heating it. Maybe it's just tumbling it. I feel like it's heating it. I don't know, but I'm just like, it makes me so upset. Okay. You know, I think the walls might be a little bit too wet to work on. So I think we'll just leave it so it can kind of like dry in this shape that we have put it in. You know, like, this is a decent sizable, I think. Okay, so let me go grab the picture that we did make, and then we'll kind of use it as a reference. Oh, okay, so we had some issues with it drying. I don't know, maybe we should do a different shape. Darn, we've spent so much time on this darn picture. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple of these, I think, and then put this on my wheel to sit. Okay, this is the picture that we made. Oh, we have like, this thing is like, dang. We got a lot of issues, actually. We got crack here in the base, the tiniest crack down here at the handle, and then a couple cracks from me trying to dry it upside down, because normally you want to dry things upside down so that the base gets a lot more like exposure to the air versus it just sitting like this. If you're able to dry stuff upside down, you really want to do that, because if the base isn't drying at the same rate of everything else, then you just have another occurrence of like possibly cracking it, because the sides are drying faster than the bottom, and then you would get like probably a crack around here where they meet. So you really want to try to get everything to dry at the same rate. Relatively, that's where you definitely get a lot of issues with connecting handles, because the handle is like sitting so far away normally, because it's a handle. They just like have so much more. They're usually like maybe a little bit thinner than the rest, and I don't know, they just have a lot more area for like airflow, and you typically even like wrap the handle with some plastic like by itself, and then wrap the whole thing, which is what I did. But we still even got a little crack here, so I'm not sure why we had that issue. It's pretty cute, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I was kind of like, how the heck are we even going to, how are we gonna glaze this? I only have brush on glazes, which, I mean, it's not too bad, but I think we might do, what could we do? We could do, maybe even a smaller base, and then not not so small of like neck area. Maybe that would be better. I hate starting from scratch, but hell, like, sorry. We have so many issues with this. I just feel like Bisque Fix is not gonna fix all of the issues that are happening. I don't know. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't like it. So yeah, I mean, I kind of like the shape and stuff. What's happening? It's pretty cute. But yeah, I literally haven't even looked at it since whenever that was, the other day, when I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, our thing, it did not make it. I think I'm just gonna roll out this, maybe. I think I'll add a little bit of clay to it. So we're just gonna roll out the base, and then I think we can coil the rest. Okay, so let's just kind of cover this up a little bit. Yeah, that bowl I have over there, this is one of the other coiled bottoms that I did. I showed you guys in a couple other videos, but I mean, there's just this massive crack. And again, this is where we put down coils to make the base. I don't know. I thought we did enough to compress the clay, but I guess not. I think like a lot of people that I watch, so I did a little investigating and watched a few other hand builders. And a lot of them were just doing a slab. They're just making a slab for the base. So that's probably just, it's probably just simpler and makes more sense than coiling it. So that's just, we'll just do that. So because we have 2 pieces of clay, I'm just gonna wedge this real quick. This is going to intermix the clay, like those 2 clay pieces that we had together. It's gonna intermix them. Just put maybe a little bit of water down. And try to get out any possible air bubbles that are in there. Okay, hopefully we can coil this one right. I'm not really like worried about, I mean, I don't know. You should probably always be worried about things cracking. But the main issue with our coil built things was just the base. The walls were completely fine. This one had issues on the top part. I think that was how I was trying to dry it. But we'll fix that with the shape that we're gonna do now. And I don't know, I guess like the handle is like the other part that I would be worried about. But we have, I think, how many other things we have that have handles? Actually, probably not that many. I should go look at it, but our Coil built mug was looking pretty good. It's been like extreme slow drying. So I don't even know if it's done. Hopefully it looks okay. But yeah, I should probably go check on it. I wonder if that one was coil built with that same base that has been having problems. So probably safe to assume it's probably not good, but who knows? Actually, I'm just gonna roll this into a ball, I think. I don't know, we're doing some weird things. Just like either like a ball or a cylinder, I think is good to start off with. Just so like, because we want something that's gonna be round. That's the shape that we're going to roll out into. So you kind of want like, you kind of want this shape to be pretty even. Okay, now let's just like flatten it. I think this helps with the compression. Okay, so it's like, what the heck is happening? Okay, that's probably fine. Let me see. Let me grab these rolly things. I think we grabbed 3. Sorry, these are paint stir sticks. I just put these down as like kind of like the height guide for the rolling pin. I don't know. I want to make it a little extra thick. Just so we make sure that we have enough room for trimming. Okay. And next, what we're going to do is compress our clay. And then we have a couple kind of like cracks and stuff here. I'm not sure like how much you're supposed to compress it, but I usually do it like a couple times in different directions on both sides, and then those cracks should be gone by then. So just kind of fix that up. Okay. So we have this one direction, and then we'll just flip our clay. I'm just trying to take the extra clay off the side of my rib because it's gonna drag and be weird if I don't do that. And then you probably will lose a little bit of height by doing this. So that's why it's kind of good to maybe roll out a little bit more than you need, like not exactly the amount that you need. Okay, and then we're trying to push this in different directions. The last direction for this one went this way. I can kind of like see it on the clay. I don't think you guys can really see it, but you want to make sure you're trying to compress it in different directions. And then again, the compression is like to move the clay particles so that they are more like closer together and compact. And then of course, when like at any point when the clay particles are not compressed enough like together, you're gonna get cracking. It's kind of like if you have your reclaim sitting, and obviously like your reclaim, it has like the water in it, and then it dries out from the water being in it, and then it cracks. That's basically like what you're saying. Or I saw in this video this guy, he went out into the woods and he like found natural clay, And the way that you can tell, he was like, well, the clay is usually at like riverbanks and stuff or whatever. But he was just like walking on this trail where people had like four-wheelers and stuff. And you could tell the difference. Some people don't really get it, but clay is not the same as dirt or mud. It's just a different thing. It's made of different stuff, or whatever. It's different, okay? And the way that you can tell if it's clay or if it's mud, I'm trying to get the size of this thing, is that the clay, he saw some like tracks from like four-wheelers, and like in some parts of the tracks it was cracking, and then at some parts it wasn't. And that's because some of it was going through clay and then the rest of it was just going through mud. And that is like just kind of like one way when you're out and about, if you can tell what is clay and what is dirt. Or mud is just dirt with water added to it, of course. I think you all probably know that. But I don't know, clay is kind of a weird thing. Like, even like my boyfriend was like asking me, he's like, isn't it just like dirt? And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, I don't know how to like really explain it, but it's just a different thing, clay. Because if you took mud and you slapped it together and whatever, and you did stuff to it and whatever, and then you put it in the kiln, it's not going to turn into ceramic. That's the thing. That's the different thing about it. Where you have clay and then it dries out and then you put it into the kiln, it will turn into ceramic, which is, all of the wonderful aspects that we want out of it, such as bricks, and it's just a different thing. It's just a different thing. I don't really know how to further explain that. I'm not really like a science person, okay? I mean, I like science, but I don't really know a ton. I'm trying my best. I'm just a normal person. I'm just an artist. Okay. What the heck? Emmy's doing things in her house. Okay. All right. So we've got. Let me just try to like roll this out so it's like even. Okay. Also, since we did some coiling, I did watch a few videos of other people working, and I think I got some tips. Okay, so we are going to score this, and then we're gonna add some water. I'm gonna add some water to the sides too. Alrighty. And so we're gonna set one end down, and then we're gonna hold this in place, and then the rest of this we're gonna push it towards this side. And I think that should really help with the one compression aspect of coiling. Okay. I don't know. I didn't really like coiling, but it's kind of fun. What the heck is going on over here? I don't know what the heck they're doing. Okay. I'm gonna just hold that one because it's not really the right size. Okay. Just gonna stab each end here. Okay, so although this looks exactly the same as what I have been using, this is actually my stoneware. Some of the struggles that I think we're having was I was using my porcelain. I literally can't tell the difference between them, but I got this one out of the stoneware bag that I have, which is like, I think it's brand new. I don't think I really took any clay from it. They literally, the ones that I have, the ones that I happen to have, really, they act very similarly. So, it's pretty hard for me to tell the difference unless I get it from the bag, or I have been exclusively, like, mostly trying to use up my porcelain because because if it sits around too long, then it's like, it, you know, of course it's gonna just like get hard and be more difficult to wedge. So I've been like, I'm trying to use it up. I don't know, we might have had a few issues from it. Porcelain does shrink more, so I wonder if we had a little bit of the cracking issues due to how much it had to shrink, how much it was shrinking with some of these hand building things. I don't know, I'm not really sure. You don't really use porcelain for hand building. So that's why I have switched over to my stoneware, although they really, I don't know if I can really even notice a difference using one over the other. Okay, so now we're going to just kind of like take a bit of the side and like we're gonna kind of push it down over the foot that we have here. So I'm gonna kind of try to do this like on the table, but I just wanted to show you what is happening. Okay, so we've done that all the way around the outside, and then we're gonna do that on the inside. I think like, see how like when I'm trying to smush it and like, kind of get like a nice transition here. I think it's really obvious. I think it's very different when you're doing this with stoneware or with earthenware. I feel like earthenware is just like a lot more like easier to do this kind of stuff with. I'm not really someone that uses earthenware, so we're just gonna struggle here with this, but that's okay. I don't don't know if you can even get mid-fire earthenware. I feel like, I mean, earthenware is very known to be for low fire, but I mean, porcelain's known for being high fire, but you can also get a mid-range one for it too, though. So, I don't know, like, a ton about that, but I think if you have the capability of low firing, and this is like, I think, like, I don't know, I think I would say lots of sculptures and very large hand-built things are usually low fired. It's usually stuff where it doesn't matter if it, what's that word? Let me get my book out. Notebook. Vitrified, yeah. Whoops. Low fire, I don't know, but I'm not sure if pieces get vitrified when you low fire, and that is what that's what makes a piece able to hold water, and it's not going to soak up into the piece as much. There's definitely a little bit that's going to be soaked up into a piece at any time, but vitrification is, you really want like cups, mugs, bowls, like a lot of that type of stuff that's going to be holding liquids. You want that to be vitrified, but if you don't need it to be, like sculptures or something, stuff like that, then you could low fire it. But you really, I think you would need like your own kiln or access to a kiln where you can like change the firing temperature. Most studios that you will fire work at do not offer that. They don't offer like low or high fire. I'm not really sure why that is. I think it's just like a cost thing too, because like obviously like I think you're using more resources to high fire, and then but I think the majority of people would want things to be vitrified, so they probably, I don't know, this is just me trying to make sense of it. I really don't know like why studios mostly, for the most part that I've seen, only will do mid-fire. That's just kind of like me guessing. And then it seems like all the universities will do high fire. I literally don't know why. I literally don't know why. If you know, please leave it in the comments. I think it's a very curious thing. Maybe it's just to expose you to something that you might not do otherwise. Like if, once you graduate and then you don't have like your own kiln and you're going to a studio, then like the studio is going to make you do mid-fire. But it's like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Oh wait, we need to score this. Okay, let me see. We've got less than 15 minutes. We're making some pretty good progress, I think. Oh, we used a bunch of that clay that I have. I'm just gonna roll this into the next bit that we get. I don't know. I was just thinking. I actually have this picture that I made. I could give this to my mom. I mean, I kind of like it. I don't know. I'll have to like think about it. I do really like the glaze on that one though, and that's one of the ones that I made back in Nebraska. So, and that's the high fired one. So I can't do that glaze combination anymore. And I really like the pieces that turned out on that. So I think I don't know. I think I'll keep that one. It's kind of like part of my personal collection. What do we do? I think it was maybe on Thursday. I gave you guys kind of like a tour of my some of the pieces that are in my personal collection of ceramics, the stuff that I made back in Nebraska, that you haven't really seen. And then there's a bunch of other stuff too that I showed, the other stuff that I've made throughout the years, because I've been like mentioning that I have a sale going on in my shop, which is still running. It is 20 to 40% off all of the non-ceramic items. So I was like, on Wednesday, I think I was just like chatting and like telling you guys about the different things that I used to make, just because I didn't have anything else to talk about. And I was like, you know what, like I should just like show you guys like what I am talking about. So since I have like a decent amount of like things that are ceramic, I was like, I don't know, maybe this sort of makes sense for for our stream. So so you should definitely go check that out. Just like check out the other things that I've made, because I have been like mentioning it for a while. Like I used to make, like, basically since my shop started, I used to sell like just a variety of things, and it's just now like very recently that I've decided to focus on ceramics. Just because I don't know, like the shop hasn't been doing very well, and I think if I focused on like one art medium instead of a variety, I think we could do a lot better, maybe. I think it would just like make more sense too, because as I've been kind of exploring different options, like I've been thinking about like I don't know, like should I do wholesale and stuff like that, or maybe what's that word? Consignment, yeah. I was like, should I do wholesale or consignment? And I don't know, just looking at like the variety of things that I have, I think it would be confusing to like the businesses I'm trying to approach. So it would probably be like, what the heck is going on here? Like I've tried to approach a few businesses locally, and haven't gotten any responses yet. So I'm like, I don't know, like maybe it's just like, maybe it just doesn't make sense. Me, I don't know. I have this whole like, like vision of the shop, and like it, like my idea was for it to be like kind of like any old like handmade shop that you would go to like locally, and it's like all these different unique things made by a variety of businesses, handmade small businesses, but like but the idea was that they were all made by me though. Like that's kind of like how I pictured it, was kind of like that. And when I do markets and I have everything laid out, I think it makes sense. Like everything is supposed to be just kind of like the same style. A lot of the same kind of like aesthetic is going through all of the things, color wise, and just like, I don't know, just like any other thing that just kind of like adds to a certain style. That was like my idea, was that this stuff it was just like kind of tied together in those ways. But I don't know. The shop was doing fairly well. It was like pretty early on, back in when I was in Nebraska. It was doing fairly well. But I don't know. I don't know. There's definitely been a very big issue with like the move that I did from there to Oregon, and like I don't know. I don't know exactly but I obviously closed the shops that I had, put them on like vacation, and kind of like stopped posting on Instagram. And I don't know, I think there's just like a couple things that led up to it, and then like, so the shop was doing really well, and then it was just like really bad, like nothing was happening. And like I just haven't really been able to come back from that. So I'm like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like thinking of like a new strategy, and I think that new strategy is focusing on one medium, and then just making things from there. Like it makes me like kind of sad, because I love making like all kinds of stuff and learning about the process and what goes into making all these different things. So it kind of makes me sad that I can't really do that. Like having it like as a business just makes more sense. It gives me a reason to go and like buy these things, like go out and buy the yarn, buy all of the these supplies and stuff. Whereas like if you're just like, oh, this is my hobby, it's like I don't know if I can justify it as much. It's harder to justify when you're just like, oh, like it's my hobby, and you're like buying like tons of yarn. People like, if you are just like, oh, this is my hobby, and you have like an overwhelming amount of yarn, people will be like, you have a problem. But then if you're like, oh, I have a small business, they're like, oh, okay. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like the business part really justifies it, where like I don't know if I can really do that in the same way, because like I don't know, I think a lot of the time I don't want to make just one. Like I want to make like a bunch of stuff. So that's the part that makes it an issue, is like okay, so I made all this stuff. Now what do I do with it? And that's where my business like came from, basically, was like, so, well, I think mostly, I don't know, it was kind of a while ago, but mostly I think I was in college, and like I think my friends really liked these stickers that I made, the shark stickers. And so I was kind of like, I made some and then was selling them to my friends and classmates and stuff. And then I was like, I don't know, like a lot of people really liked them. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun, you know, making these things and, selling them to people. And these people like really love it. And I don't know, that part was really exciting. So then I was like, well, I have all of this other art though. Like, I have all this art from all of my, all of the different classes that I took in college. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I could sell some of this. Like, for example, I took a printmaking class, and basically each like assignment we're supposed to make like, I don't know, I think we had to do like a couple different designs maybe, and then per design you were supposed to make like, I don't know, maybe like 10 good prints of it. But like, just because you like picked out 10, like you probably made a lot more than that to have like a variety to look through and choose to be like the ones for the assignment. So like we made so many things. Like in that class, I took photography, and like I don't know if I don't think I sold any photographs, but like obviously that's so easy to just, recreate more. You just get more printed. Stuff like that. And I don't know, I think maybe I needed more to put into my Etsy. Like once I actually like set that up, I probably was like, okay, well I have these stickers, like what else am I gonna put in here? And I think I just was like, oh okay, like just put the other art that I made for my classes in here. And then yeah, like I made a bunch of paintings and stuff too, because I took a lot of painting classes. But it's like, I don't know, like as an artist, like like what are you gonna do? Like that's what artists do, is to like sell their work to other people so that they can get rid of it, make some space, and then make more art. So I think it just kind of makes sense, that's how it started, I think. I mean, that was kind of a while ago, so maybe some of those details are a little bit off. But something like that. So that's how it started, and then I slowly started making new things that really like, well, I made a lot of things that I just liked and thought were cool. And then I started trying to narrow things in to fit as a collective. Like if I was at a market, like it all just kind of like looked fairly similar. Like maybe not enough that you knew that one person made it, but like style wise, color wise, it just made sense, I think. Because when I moved to Nebraska, even before I moved to Nebraska, I was doing some markets locally. And that's, I don't know, I think that definitely sparked some of my enthusiasm, because I don't know, it's just like, it's really fun to like, I don't know, talk to people about your art and actually sell some. And it's like, oh, this person this person really liked it, and they liked it enough to buy it and put it into their own home. I think there's something really exciting about that. I mean, maybe some people don't really care. I don't know, but me, like, I have this like kind of like entrepreneurial thing about me that I think just loves that. And I was just like, this is really fun. So I don't know, that's me. But yeah, definitely check out that video. We also have some other videos on YouTube of so in the live stream we have one that has kind of like some kiln openings. You can see like some of our latest batches that we got back from the kiln that are fully glazed. And then there are other videos on there too, like a couple videos of me glazing some of the pieces if you want to see that, or actually making the pieces that we like unveiled. Like we have there's so many ceramic hour videos on YouTube. Definitely go check those out. That is at Callie & Co. And so that's where our whole like stream archive is sitting, is on YouTube, because after a week, Twitch will delete it. So I just moved them all to YouTube. But there are a few other videos on there too. Maybe just kind of like for more general art topics. So there's some like random art topics. And then some are kind of like more like small handmade business related kind of thing. So definitely go check those out. Yeah, well, we are at time. So if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow along, and then be sure to subscribe to the YouTube at Callie & Co. so you know when we post new videos, or when I post new videos. I don't know. I don't know why I say we all the time. And yeah, well, we will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time for another live stream. And we will, I'm sure, just be continuing making this, or maybe we'll trim that bowl. I don't know. We've been doing a lot of bowl trimming. I don't know if it's getting boring at this point. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So I will see you guys later, and thank you so much for joining and being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.